right, now, everybody. Quiet, listen to me. We're going to start a show. Now, some of you people have been with me before. You know it's going to be a tough grind. You're going to dance until your feet fall off. You're not able to stand up any longer. But we're going to have a show.
Welcome to the Pink Door Podcast. Today we are doing a really crucial deep dive. We're focusing on the winter real estate market, which, can be a little counterintuitive.
It really can.
Specifically, we're looking at Plymouth, Massachusetts, zip code 02360, and we've got the data for December 2025. This is for you if you want to understand the shifts that are happening right now before everyone else sees them in the spring.
That's exactly it. Our mission today is to synthesize the key metrics inventory, sales prices, and really the time things are taking to sell.
The pace.
The pace. Because December might seem slow, but it gives us these crucial trend lines for the new year. And we're already seeing a major headline in how long properties are sitting.
And we should start with the big number everyone looks at first, the median sold price.
Yeah.
It's still looking really robust.
It is. Over $700,000.
Which signals, rock solid value. But, and this is the big but, if you look just beneath that number, the speed of the market has changed.
It's decelerated massively.
111% month over month. That's the tension we need to unpack today. High prices, but a much, much slower market.
It's a fascinating dynamic. So let's just lay out those core health indicators for Plymouth. And this is for single-family homes, condos, everything combined.
Okay.
The median sold price, it closed out the year at $712,500.
Which is strong.
Not just strong, it was actually up 2.52% from November. So there's real price resilience there.
Okay, let's unpack this tension. Prices are holding, even ticking up slightly, but the whole environment feels different for a buyer.
It has totally changed. And the first sign is the months of inventory, or MOI.
Right, which tells us how long it would take to sell everything currently for sale.
Exactly. And in December, we landed at 1.59 months.
So still technically a seller's market. Anything under 4 months usually is.
It is. Sellers are definitely still in a good position. But, and this is a huge but, that 1.59 number is a 33.47% increase from November.
Whoa. So a third more supply just appeared in a month.
Piled up on the shelves, exactly. So buyers, all of a sudden, have more to look at. There's less pressure to just jump on the first thing they see.
A 33% jump in a single month is huge. That has to give buyers some leverage. Are we seeing that reflected in the final sale prices?
We're seeing the first hints of it. If you look at the sold to list price percentage...
How close the sale price is to the asking price.
Right. It was 98.5% for December, which is still very, very strong.
Sure. Homes are selling almost exactly at list.
But it did drop 1.1% from the month before.
1.1% sounds small, but on a $700,000 home, that's not nothing.
It's not. That's an extra $7,000 or $8,000 that sellers are having to concede compared to November. It's real money. And it tells you that the days of everything automatically selling over asking price are fading.
Okay, so let's shift from what's sold to what's actually for sale. If you were shopping on New Year's Eve, what did you see?
You saw very few homes. The volume was low, which is seasonal. But the composition of what was for sale is the real story here.
How many were there?
Just 7. 7 active properties in all of Plymouth at the end of the month.
And breaking those down, I'm looking at the data. There was nothing under $400,000.
Not a thing. It's a seller's market for sure, but it seems to be mostly the higher-end homes that are left sitting. The majority of those 7 listings were between $400,000 and $1.49 million.
Which means the median list price of what's available is actually pretty high.
It shot up to $782,500. That's an 11.8% jump month over month just for the properties that are sitting there unsold.
But the price of what's sitting there is only half the story, right?
Yeah.
The real question is, how long has it been sitting there?
Yes. Days on market, or DOM. This is where we see the seismic shift.
This is that 111% number.
This is it. We use a metric called median days in RPR, which tracks everything that touched the market. That number soared to 38 days in December.
38 days? That's a long time compared to what we've been seeing.
It is a massive change. It is, like you said, a 111.1% increase from November. That is the market slamming on the brakes. There is no other way to put it.
So buyers are just taking their time. They're not panicking anymore. Is this cooling concentrated more at the top end?
Absolutely. You look at the two active listings in that $1 million plus range,
Yeah.
they average 46 days on the market. Buyers in that luxury space are very sensitive to price, and they're using this extra time to negotiate. It's not a sprint for those sellers anymore.
That's a perfect setup for looking at what actually closed in December. Because despite this slowdown in pace, the volume was still pretty impressive.
It was strong. 60 properties closed in December. That's a total market volume of almost $47.23 million.
But it's the distribution of those sales that's really telling, isn't it? Where was the engine of the market?
It was running hottest right in the middle. The highest density of sales was in that $500,000 range.
The sweet spot.
The sweet spot. 16 sales between 5 and 600,000 and another 13 between 6 and 700,000. That's where demand is still strong and consistent.
Okay, so the middle market is still moving efficiently. But once you get above that, say past $1 million, the story changes.
It's a tale of two markets. In that $1 million to $1.5 million category, the average sale price was 4.4% below the original list price.
4.4%. What does that mean in actual dollars?
It's an average discount of about $50,000 per sale in that tier.
$50,000.
Yeah, that's negotiation power, and it is definitively back on the table for luxury buyers.
And there's a perfect example in the data of this, that trade-off between getting your price and how much time it takes.
Absolutely. The highest sale in December was 178 Black Cat Road. It closed for $1.55 million.
But what was it listed for?
It was originally listed for $1,725,000, and it took 70 days to close. That 2+ months on the market cost the seller a significant price adjustment.
Now, you contrast that with a property on the lower end, like 7 Sansom Street.
A completely different story. 7 Sansom sold for $565,000.
And how long was it on the market?
3 days.
3 days.
So that intense speed is still there, but it's now really concentrated in that $500,000 to $650,000 range. Anything above that, if it's not perfect, it's going to sit.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the pending activity. These are the contracts written in December, so this is our crystal ball for the next couple of months.
Right, this is more forward-looking. And the price range on the 10 pending properties we looked at is it's extreme, which is classic Plymouth.
How extreme.
It goes from a condo at about $550,000 all the way up to an estate on Center Hill Road for $3.975 million.
Wow. Okay. And are we seeing that slowdown in market speed reflected in how long it's taking these properties to even get a contract?
We absolutely are. The average time on market for these pending properties, looking at the last 3 months, was 70 days. And we see these incredible examples. That high-end one, 296 Center Hill Road, it took 254 days to go pending.
Over 8 months.
Over 8 months. Even new construction is taking a long time. 75 Kestrel Heights and 20 Owl's Nest took over 100 days, 187 days for one of them.
That's the biggest takeaway for a luxury seller in Plymouth right now. You have to be prepared for months on the market, not weeks. Now, let's talk about something that's often a canary in the coal mine. The distressed segment.
A critical transition. The volume here is low. We only saw 10 properties flagged as distressed.
So a notice of foreclosure or a newly filed complaint?
Exactly. But it's not the volume. It's the value of these properties that's worth noting.
Yeah, these aren't just low-end properties, are they?
Not at all. The median estimated value of these distressed homes is $688,000.
It's very close to the median sold price for the entire market.
That's the crucial point. This suggests that financial strain isn't just hitting the lowest end of the market anymore. It's starting to creep into the established middle market homeowner base in Plymouth. It's a concerning note.
And one of these properties is actually on the market right now.
Yes, 1 Downey Street. It's a distressed property, and it's actively for sale at just under $460,000. We really need to watch this space as we head into 2026.
Right. So if we connect all these dots, what's the bigger picture for you, the listener?
There are really 2 narratives happening at the same time. The first is long-term strength. There's no denying it. The median sold price is up over 32% in the last 3 years.
From $539,000 to over $712,000. That's a huge wealth generator for homeowners.
It's a robust foundation. But the second narrative, the short-term reality, is one of rapid change.
That slowdown we keep talking about.
Exactly. That spike in days in RPR to 38 days, that 111% jump, that is a fundamental shift away from the frenzy. It gives real, measurable leverage back to buyers, especially in those higher price tiers.
We're even seeing the professional valuation community start to react to this.
We are. The median estimated property value, which is what the models and appraisers think homes are worth, actually dipped by 0.6% month over month.
Even while the median sold price went up?
Yes, and that's highly significant. It tells you that the professionals are starting to temper their expectations for the coming year. It's a sign that the pricing ceiling might be getting close.
So what does this all mean? It means the data shows a market that's still resilient on price, but it demands way more patience from sellers. And it's clearly handing a measurable amount of power back to buyers who are willing to be strategic and wait for the right deal.
And building on that, here's the final thought I'd leave you with. We have this significant increase in market time, and we also see a continued flow of new high-end luxury listings hitting the market like a new one on Lake Road for nearly $2 million.
Right.
So the question is, how will this rising months of inventory metric translate into a real shift in leverage between buyers and sellers as we head into the spring market? That time metric is the one to watch.
If you have any questions about this episode, or if you are thinking about buying or selling a house anywhere on Boston's South Shore from Southie to Sagamore, give Jim Aldred a call. He would love to speak with you, and he wants to provide you with the guidance and security to help your family move on smoothly. Thanks for listening, and catch you on the next episode of the Pink Door Podcast.